Okay, let's do this thing. This first song, I want everybody singing this song. It's called Crusaders. When I close my eyes, I see your favorite go. First words you say, to design at home.
Right, the question for you was, when was your first ever gig with Lost Alone?
First ever gig with Lost Alone was in Derby, in the Blessington Carriage. And it was a 100-cap venue, and there was 50 tickets sold, and then 50 friends and family, wasn't it?
Oh. It was like a free gig.
Yeah, it wasn't
to get Alan warmed
in a
up,
tiny room,
because we were about to go to a festival.
Because 2 days later we went and played a festival in Germany in front of 1,000.
What was your third gig? Wembley Arena.
Yeah, so
No
it's
way.
ridiculous. First tour, an arena tour.
my first ever tour with any band was a full sellout arena tour.
Let's not forget that Alan joined the band on a Tuesday or so, and a week later we signed to Warner Brothers. You know.
Was that a bit annoying for you that he got all the glory?
Me and Mark had meetings with lawyers saying he shouldn't be getting what we're getting. What are we on about here? Let's put him on a wage. Yeah, we didn't. Mark wanted to do that. Yeah, but I was like, no. Yeah. God, that Gibson, Jesus. Hashtag tickets out Gibson.
What are you going to miss about each other, do you think? I know you're not going to not talk to each other, but
it's a serious discussion we've had, because the thing I feel saddest about, if that's the word, everything we do together is the band. Even though we'll have a laugh, but it's all we don't. Sounds like we're not social, but we don't really meet up. But that's only because we do the band all the time.
Yeah, we live music, so that's all we talk about.
So it's a thing that we actually discussed. We were like, will we even? I'm not really worried. Are we going to talk and stuff? But
I'm going to make that extra effort now.
Well, I don't think. Well, I think we're so ingrained in everything we do every day. We chat and we're on a group message, and I think me and Mark have been doing this since we were at school together, 11. So it wouldn't matter if, say, Mark and me went, we need a break for a year. Nothing had changed after that year. We'd come straight back. Yeah. Alan feels like he's been with us the same length of time now. It definitely feels like the band became the band when Alan joined.
It's starting to feel weird, where I think you just would take things for granted, like rehearsals and stuff. But we've all said this past week, rehearsing for these shows, we've absolutely loved it, and you just kind of really appreciate what we had as a band playing, and I'm totally going to miss that.
I was thinking when we were playing Soundcheck tonight, every time I played a song I thought, we'll probably, so we did it in Soundcheck, play it once tonight, maybe we'll play it in Soundcheck tomorrow. That song's only getting played 4 more times maximum, and that's what, I'm not joking. On stage tonight, I'm not going to be able to hold it together.
I know.
On the European tour, because fans are crying and stuff, and certain lyrics, it's incredible how the lyrics to the last album seem like they prophesised this. Crusaders that came out, all the dreams that we shared shall not go to waste, and it's and it's really, really going to be, again, I always think it's important to point out, we're not Queen or something where we've meant something to millions of people, but to the people we've meant something to, and to us, this is a huge deal. It is really good. That was nothing like the question that was asked, but
I don't know what the question was.
I don't know what the question was.
What are you going to miss about each other?
Nothing. To summarise.
Yeah, I'm going to miss nothing about anybody.
Right, I'm going to ask one more fan question, and then I think I've probably got to let you go. Oh, can't be the end.
We can just keep doing this if you want.
Shall I just keep interviewing you, whatever you're doing in your new jobs?
Just do it, yeah. Well, I think what's important to say, actually, because I think it's just important to be clear, none of us, well, actually, Mark wants to take a year away from being in music.
Right.
Because of personal reasons. But and Mark probably, I don't doubt for a minute Mark will end up doing, he's an incredible drummer. He could get in any band if he wanted to. But what's important to say is this isn't a band that's split up to go, we've given up on doing music, see me working in a shop. Nothing's actually really changing, we're just not going to be together. I'm already recording a solo album. Alan's working on a really good project with his brother. We're not this isn't
the end, is it?
Yeah, there's a lot of bands, friends of ours we've seen come and go who give up music and get real world jobs. That's not, as you know from meeting us so times, this isn't what we can do. Like, I'd be living on the streets to do music. Like, we don't do anything else. So this is definitely not the last you'll hear of us, and hopefully we'll do this again. And we're all really supporting each other, because the point is, no one's leaving to go, I want to do a solo thing. We're being forced into doing it because we refuse to do something together other than Lost Alone. We could easily add 3 more people and do a new band, and we'd still be together, but Lost Alone will only be us 3. And if we ever do come back together, which we're not ruling that out, but we're not also saying it'll happen. It seems to be a business model at the moment. Bands split up and they know they're getting back together in 2 years because they know that the revenues and stuff will just be better. And it sounds cynical and business-like, but just take, for example, like us and the Blackout, both sold more tickets on one day than we did for our last tours. When you announce you split it up, and it suddenly makes people go, wow, I do love that band. And they buy all the, we sold this place out like 7 minutes, and they wanted us to play more nights, but we didn't want to because we were like, Derby's going to be the last show, our hometown.
Too right, yeah.
So I think that's a message for me, is like, really cherish the bands you love, because they end up splitting up.
And then you'll miss them.
Yeah, it's that simple. So
What was that question?
there wasn't one, was there? You haven't even asked it.
I've not asked any questions
you got
all
the
night.
question out, so you didn't ask it. Brilliant. Hey! Our amazing agents just come in.
Oh, hi. I'm just going to see how much time we've got left on the camera, because we do tend to natter a lot. But we've still got 13 minutes left if we want. You're like, no, can we wrap up?
No, I don't care, but I'm just worried about... I've got a lot of sex.
Oh, have you?
I'm still alive. Let's just check. Brilliant. Yeah, cool.
Favourite band you've ever toured with? And that was from a guy called Mark, I believe.
Mark Gibson?
No, he's asked himself a question.
Yeah, let's use my guitar.
It was Mark Simpson, Brave Gravity.
Oh, Mark Simpson.
Marge Simpson. I can't believe, I'm so honoured that on this final interview a Simpson has asked us a question. I'm absolutely I am blown away.
I like the Simpsons.
That was a revelation you made recently that I never knew.
You were so shocked.
I mean, I'm not like some kind of die-hard Simpsons fan. I'm more of a South Park man. But when you announced you didn't like Simpsons, I just never heard you say that.
Nobody knew that. It's just a weird thing.
Did you judge him for it, or did you just look at him different?
You like so much good stuff, and you're a fan of.
Yeah.
Me and Alan love Band of Brothers. We love South Park. We love New Girl, Lord of the Rings, 24, with The Wire. She. That's the one. Yeah. And then I just don't like The Simpsons, but then I don't love it. But I think it's very funny.
I watch it, not laugh, hate it, and then just wish I didn't have a TV.
What was the question from Marge Simpson?
What band was your favourite to tour with, and what's your favourite 3-piece other than yourselves?
3-piece, I really like Muse, but they've got that kind of extra dude that's stood with the lights on his keyboard, so I don't know if that counts as a 3-piece.
Favourite 3-piece?
Favourite band to tour with? I really enjoy touring with Tonight Alive in terms of just gelling with a band and enjoying them, Great band.
I thought you'd prefer Biffy to Muse.
You didn't tour with them.
Favourite 3-piece?
Biffy.
There we go.
Kind of Scottish man are you?
Oh, you're in trouble now.
May not be allowed.
Not allowed to go back. I don't even acknowledge other 3-pieces as existed. I mean, what's the point?
What's Phil Minton?
Yeah, there's a solo artist called Phil Minton who. What's he?
He's a solo artist. Is he?
No, he's got the limbs of 3 men. Genuinely, he's blessed with multiple limbs. It's so hard to believe watching this that I've not had anything to drink today. I know you're holding that.
My first can of Guinness.
I don't generally drink.
By proxy.
I can talk this much garbage just totally normal.
We do.
I mean, this is life.
We talk in hashtags now in text, like it's
because it starts with we hate hashtags, we hate text speak. I love language.
It's worse.
Yeah, I love language and people should write and stuff. So, but then it got to the point because we hate it, we started everything was hashtag lol as a joke. But now it's become what we're speaking.
Yeah,
and we hate ourselves for it. What's the question? 3-piece. I mean, the Police are obviously a classic three-piece.
I didn't even think.
Jimi Hendrix Experience, obviously he's a solo guy, but they're an incredible three-piece. It's weird, I mean, I know not three-pieces, but bands like Zeppelin and stuff, in a way, are almost musically a three-piece. Obviously got a lead vocalist, but they're creating the music through, so stuff like that. I mean, but Phil Minton, look him up, he plays some of the most horrendous sounds you'll ever hear.
Can't wait to hear it then.
But he's so revered. It's like it's beyond freeform jazz. It's just
Is it that?
yes, it is exactly
I
that.
can't abide that.
Vincent's live. Yeah, I didn't know you knew the hits. Like literally. Favourite band to tour with? It's always a different question because like you feel like you're offending the other bands, but honestly, I love touring with Shikari, wicked guys. I love touring with Mike M, unbelievable guy, you know, brilliant. All of them, brilliant. But I'd probably agree with Alan that Tonight Alive, there's some kind of spark between us. Australian and English humour is just entwined in greatness.
Right.
That we instantly were on the same page. To the point where I hadn't seen them for a year, and I can walk into a dressing room, and you're just straight back on like a couple of weeks ago.
Band starts again.
It's straight. I mean, I won't use that word personally, but it's that level where the level of like they've got the same sarcastic irony, and also I like them because they're on the same level abuse-wise as us. Where the first thing I think I said to Jenna was, "What the f have you done to your hair?" But that's obviously a compliment.
Yeah.
And I had blonde hair, and she said the same back.
Yeah.
So you're on that level where you can freely abuse each other, knowing that it's affectionate.
I love that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and you don't normally get that outside of
you just
intimate friend groups,
yeah,
but we
relaxed.
got that with every single person in their band and crew. I count as really great mates, and we had a great time. But honestly, I don't think there's been a band.
Yeah, there's not been like really bad bands or bad tours. Like I think every band I've toured with, I've enjoyed watching them. I've enjoyed hanging out with them, and
You've had a great time, haven't you? Really.
We have, yeah, and I tell you what, we've had a great time, but a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. For every time, like you seen us have this fun, there's been tremendous stress. Like, and bands will relate to this, but you can be walking on stage at Wembley, and all I'm thinking is in the back of my head, like, what is going on with our record? How something's happened at the label, and I'm on stage at Wembley and I can't enjoy it because I'm thinking about, because I'm very involved in the whole business, every aspect of the band that I've been relentless on since I was 11. So that kind of thing is like caused a lot of stress to me. Like, not when we were signed to a label in America, I lived in 2 time zones and just didn't sleep. I was just, because I had to be up at all points, it drove me crazy, and yeah, it was difficult. But
You think after this you'll be able to have some proper sleep for a while, or will you just be on to the next thing, go and get stressed about that?
Already, like, talking about when I'm recording and I'm writing relentlessly. I've been on 2 trips abroad to write on my own, and Alan's already solidly working with his brother. Yeah, like, you know, not to be like serious for a second, I just think you've got like a period of time you're alive, and I would hate, it'd be a crime for the world for me to die with the songs in my head without getting them out. So I don't want to. I want to make sure I get everything out while I'm able to.
You won't rest till that happens.
No, I'll the last riff will come out as I die.
It's a good riff, that last one.
Yeah.
Not like...
It won't be that, yeah. And, but I actually do now sleep holding a pick. It's something I've started doing. Like I play in the night, air, or I play my body.
There's worse things you can do in your sleep.
Yeah, there really is, yeah.
yeah.
You can have a can of Fanta. You know what? That conversation about Fanta seems like a long time ago.
Yeah, it does.
We've like honestly, like
you've moved as well.
It's totally dark now. It's changed from day to night. Joy. I'm very happy. Like, it's been very enjoyable though. Again, very good.
Might need a time lapse, going to speed it up a bit.
Yeah.
Now, on the first interview we ever did on this couch, you ended up doing a little, what do you call it, a cappella? Yeah. Would you be willing to, or do you want to save?
Well, Mark's gone.
Mark.
I could step in.
Well, we could have.
No, let's not do it.
To do it justice, Mark would have to be here because we're 3-part harmony geniuses. And,
That's true. We could bash another boy band instead of One Direction this time.
Just stick with him.
I've got a bit of crush on 2 of them though.
What?
I know I'm too old for them.
They're like 12.
They're not that young. They're legal.
I don't even I don't class them as human.
What other boy band? 'Cause I didn't really talk about.
That 5 seconds of
Let's not
summer,
give them
boy
airtime.
band, aren't they?
You've opened a can of worms there.
That can of worms has not been opened by me. It's not a can of worms. It's like a vat of slugs. it's like a whale captured in a net in the biggest ocean on Jupiter. Like, the day that a lot of things died was when they were put on the cover of a magazine that's called Rock Sound.
Yeah.
I don't care if people think it's me being bitter. They're managed by One Direction's management. They're put together. They had a book deal before they put a record out, and it's embarrassing to call yourself Rock Sound and put a manufactured band that's been handed to you on a plate. That's what I think.
They knew what they were doing.
It's no offence against people who work there. I just think that is absolutely. I mean, come on. You're supposed to be. The press is supposed to give innovative and creative bands. I know you've got to sell things, but that just all the people who really buy a magazine love it, and I love their magazine, and I want to buy it to be taught about new great bands. To have that put on the cover, even featured in it, as just they might have got a good week's sales because loads of little girls bought it. That's no offence to little girls, but obviously that's what they're aimed at, like 8-year-olds. It doesn't matter. The guys are probably lovely. It doesn't matter that the guys like rock music. That's not what they are, and a magazine that's a serious magazine shouldn't be promoting it as a real thing, in my opinion. And that's how I feel about it. I don't think it's the way the world's gone now. You know what I mean? Like the innovative and the bands that are trying to do something.
Yeah, it's not just magazines, it's labels, it's everything. Yeah.
It's the whole system, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is. It's yeah, but that's a serious point. I think there's nothing against the guys in the band.
No, they're probably lovely.
I love pop music and put them on the cover of Smash Hits if that's still a thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But
I don't think it's. That's my
makes
era.
me
though.
sound so old. But
Smash.
like you know, like put them on like the Beat Top 100 or something from like
To
1960.
the Smash Hits Poll Winners Party. Do you remember that?
Wow.
Yeah. Well, this is my point. I think it's clear for me to say it in case like loads of fans of like teeny bopper boy bands are listening. On my playlist, often found listening to things like E17, Take That. I love pop music.
Yeah, good.
I love it.
Good music,
But don't like. I'd be bothered if they. Like, for me, putting
Take that on like Metal Hammer or something.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not bad.
If you're gonna put 5 Seconds to Summer on the cover of Rock Sound, literally put Mel C on like Death Metal Weekly. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's a publication.
Should be though, shouldn't
It should be.
A weekly death metal magazine.
It's that simple. It's not against Mel C.
No.
Spice Girls, incredible pop band, but it's like you're in the wrong place, and you're getting to do that when bands who actually are that aren't getting any coverage. And that's not me talking about us because we've been blessed to have so much media.
So many good reviews.
And it's brilliant. We're absolutely critically admired. I just feel bad for the bands that aren't.
Yeah, that have nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing bands. This is just descending into
How can we end it on a positive note? Pineapple. Are you going to do a dance with a pineapple? Shake a tree.
Oh, he's broken. Currently, the only shot is of your leg, Al.
What a fine leg it is.
It really is a great leg.
Bananas as well.
What are we going to do?
Just gonna end it.
Can you juggle?
I think we're just going to basically do that and say, been great doing interviews with you as Lost Alone. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
thank you.
I will miss you on the interview circuit.
That can be Mark, that's why.
Cheers, Mark. Thanks a lot. mate.
About as talkative as Mark, isn't it?
It really is. It really is. Mark actually did have his hair before the Dave Hill. Mark had his hair very similar to that. Yeah.
I noticed Mark's hair was very glossy today. Has he washed it
I think
especially?
he's using a new shampoo. Yeah. I think you're
He's
really.
raving about it in the way he Trism.
And he's conditioned at least 3 times, I think, this morning before he left.
Yeah.
He's really going for that just out of the salon look.
What's your look today? What?
I don't know, what is it? What? I don't know what I was going to say.
Edge.
Oh, yeah. Well, we don't need to talk about my look, but what we do need to talk about is how when Alan's
I saw that.
Yeah.
It was uncanny.
yeah, when I looked over during rehearsal yesterday, and Alan just looked like, you can't see that, but go on my Instagram.
Yeah.
Don't bother. Don't waste your.
Alan started wearing this hat,
data.
and when he ties his hair back, he just looks like the Edge circa 1988.
But that was when the Edge was at his best. I
Oh
feel.
yeah, it's a good Edge. It's a great Edge.
But in fact, not this. They're a boy band, I guess. I hate you too.
Hold on.
Not going and bashing.
Two are not a boy band.
As in, there's boys in the band. That's it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna diss them, but I don't want Bono to hear this.
Likely to tune into one of my interviews.
Oh, Bono's a massive
Bono's,
fan
yeah.
of these.
He loves egg, yeah.
Every video on YouTube.
I'm a big U2 fan. I love the Joshua Tree album. I think they've written some incredible songs. You don't get to be that big a band unless you've got songs, and I respect songwriters. I don't like the new album, but I love a lot of their songs.
Yeah. Okay, is that how we end it? I like a lot of their songs.
Yeah. Bye. See you later.
Bye. Shall we say Merry Christmas? Oh,
How's that going?
Got out before.
feed the world.
One of us was supposed to do that. Oh, we missed the Bono bit. Bono was actually in the interview.
It's a blessing.
Yeah.
Right.
Merry
Okay.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Bye.
Bye.
Let's do this thing. This first song, I want everybody singing this song. It's called Crusaders. When I close my eyes, I see your favorite go. First words you tired to design at home. You'll only find